Hey fellow dadpreneurs, Adam Dukes here. Welcome. Rocking the Dadpreneur shirt. You can order yours at the link below, totaldads.com. It's a dad apparel store. We got other dad shirts, hoodies, hats, things like that. So check it out below. But after this video, not quite yet, I'm battling a sickness. I've been sick all week. The kids bring that shit home from daycare and I'm battling it. But every day is the Super Bowl and I'm committed to getting videos out Monday and Thursday, and today's been the best feeling day. So recording this one at night while the kids are sleeping, so it's going to be a quick one. I'm going to share a case study with you. My parents are selling their house in California, and I been running ads for the real estate agent to generate buyer leads. So I'm going to open up the Facebook Ads Manager, show you everything, the targeting, the ads that worked, the ads that didn't work, the lead forms, the Excel spreadsheet that we used to gather all the leads, and then how I automated sending the leads over to the real estate agent in real time so she could follow up with them. So let's dive right in. Okay, so let's dive right in. So we're inside the Facebook Ads Manager, and Facebook just made a recent change affecting anyone who's advertising in the employment space, the housing, or like loans. So real estate, mortgage, anyone doing employment is all affected. They drastically reduced your targeting capabilities. You can't target by demographic. You cannot target by behavior. It's all interest-based. You cannot target by age or gender. I guess that's demographic. You have to target 18 to 65, male and female. So it's somewhat quite a bit restricted from what it was, and I think it happened right around the 1st of August. So a lot of people are freaking out about it. I have about 5 or 6 people that I'm running ads for right now. I haven't seen a drastic increase in cost per lead. Again, it's very, very early. I'll have more to report here in a few weeks, probably in the next month or so. So anyways, so here is the ad set here. So let's dive right in. And this is what it's called, the special ad category. This is the housing one. Like I said, there's 3 different categories. So this is their ad here. We were just running $5 a day budget. They live in Palm Desert, California, which is just outside of Palm Springs. You can see the audience is about 220,000, a pretty wide audience, and you'll see why here in a second. We launched the ad on July 28th, I'm sorry, and it ran for about, I think it's 12 days. I turned it off on my birthday, which was August 8th. So here is, I changed the address. This isn't their actual address, but one of the targeting things, you cannot target 15 miles is the lowest. You used to be able to go down to 1 mile, but with this special ad category, 15 miles is the lowest. However, that's not really that big of a deal for this specific campaign. I actually typically like to do it anywhere from 20 miles to 50 miles. It really depends on the area. If you're in like LA, 15 miles is going to be plenty. If you're in someplace in Iowa, you're probably going to want to open up the radius a bit more to target more people. And as I scroll down, as you can see, the age is locked in at 18 to 65. You cannot touch that. Gender, you cannot pick male and female. And then the targeting here, if you hit browse here, you can only target interests. Again, it's just for these 3 categories. If you're doing like B2B, or if you're selling like e-commerce, or a lot of other things, you can target the interest, the behaviors, and the demographics will be here. So it's just these special categories. So it's pretty wide open targeting. As you can see, there's no interest targeting. It's literally just 15-mile radius targeting 18 to 65. Pretty much everybody in this area who's 18 to 65 is going to see this ad. Or if it ran long enough, or if I was spending enough money. As you can see, 220,000 people, 250 to 750 people per day. It's going to take, I can't do the math right off the top of my head. It's going to take quite a few days, about 100 days, I think. Yeah. Maybe about 75 days for everyone to actually see the ad. So that's all I do from here. The placement, I typically only run it on mobile and desktop. A lot of times I just do it on mobile. However, I know the older demographic, the people in Palm Desert who are going to be looking at this, a lot of them spend time on desktop and or the tablet. So for this specific ad, I left it to mobile and desktop. And then everything else, I don't touch the optimization or delivery. I let Facebook work its magic. But if you wanted to do a cost, average cost per lead, you could put in $5, $8 or $10, something like that. You'd have to run the ads first, get it going, see what your cost per lead. You can't just put that number in because you might drastically undershoot it or you might drastically overshoot it. So I wouldn't recommend doing that if you wanted to do that until you had some leads coming in and you had a feel for it. So we'll close out this. We'll go over the stats real quick, and then I'll go over the ad. As you can see, we had 22 leads. This is the lead form, so the form opens up inside of Facebook. No need for a landing page. I'll show you the ad and everything. They click a button, and then the form pops up. It auto-populates. They click another button and submit their information. So it reached about 1,700 people. The frequency is how many people saw the ad. So they saw it about 1.6 times, about 1.5 times. Again, it didn't run that long. As you can see, let me widen this out a little bit. Oops. So $2.51 per lead. That's actually somewhat high for this type of ad, this type of a listing ad. That's kind of a high price. $5 a day budget, spent about $55. Impressions are 2,700. CPM is cost per thousand, so it costs about $20 to show it to 1,000 people, which is actually kind of high, to be honest. $20 is a little bit high. Click-through rate is how the people, so 5% of people. So out of 100 people that saw the ad, 5% clicked the ad. I try to get 1.5% or higher. If you're below a 1.5% in your CTR, I don't want to get too nerdy with you here, but this is a number, this is a metric that I always keep an eye on. It's very, very telling. So CTR, link, click-through. I try to do 1.5 or higher. If it's below that, I know my ad is off, the text and or copy in my ad is off, or the targeting. So if you're below a 1%, that's your cost per click is going to be quite a bit higher. The higher the CTR, the lower the cost per click. So here's the CTR 5%, which is excellent. Link clicks, we drove 145 link clicks. So let's grab a calculator real quick, and we'll see what we converted at. So 22 leads divided by 145 link clicks. So this form converted at 15%. Typically, you should be in the 15's decent. I try to aim for 20, 22, maybe even 25%, but 15% is not that bad. And then cost per click, 38 cents, which is excellent. If you can get below $1 on Facebook, you're doing good. If you can get below 50 cents, you're doing really good. So 38 cents, I'm very, very happy with that. And then we will go to the ad level. Again, there's 3 levels. There's the campaign. That's the objective of the campaign. The ad set is where you do all the targeting, what we just went over. And then the ad level is the image or the video, what your ad looks like. So I tested out 3 images. As you can see, I did like the backyard view. I'll show it in a second. I did backyard view. I added some emojis into the text of the ad. Typically that helps. Admittedly, I didn't let this run nearly long enough. It spent $5. That's not nearly long enough. I turned it off, and then this bottom one is the backyard view, but it's the sunset. Typically with these listing campaigns, I show a picture of the front of the house, like 98% of the time. That works the best, but they didn't have a good image of the front of the house. And the back of the backyard view, they got a pool, and I'll show you in a second, with mountains and a golf course. The backyard view is stunning, so I thought that would do better. However, like I said, $2.50 is a bit high, so I'll go over these numbers real quick. As you can see, this top one outperformed, but it ran the lion's share of the money at about $50 and paid about $2.34 for these leads. Paid about $5. Again, I didn't run it long enough. Didn't run this one nearly long enough as well. I was kind of judging it by cost per click. So I was paying 70 cents. I was paying double what I was paying on this one. That's why I turned it off. Again, too early. So here's the ad that was the winner. We'll look at the preview. I created a page. I recorded a video on that. I will put the video up in the upper corner right here, I think it is, or over here. I'll put the video that you can watch how I set up this ad. It's kind of what I'm doing here, but I'm going through step by step of how I set it up. So I just created kind of a dummy page, living in Palm Desert, just listed Palm Desert Country Club, blah, blah, blah. Just took the copy, the text from the MLS listing and just pasted it. That's typically what I do. Click Learn More to view 23 additional images, location and price. This is the image I use. Like I said, I had the pool, the backyard, the mountains, the sky. It did pretty well. They click Learn More, and then the form pops up. Let me show you what the form looks like. I'll have to create one, and then I'll duplicate it. You can't edit these forms, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So you have to create a new one. So this is the form. So when they click the button on the ad, this is the form that opens up. As you can see, name, email, phone number. Typically, this is going to be pre-populated. Facebook's going to grab their information, so they don't have to type anything in, which makes it very, very easy. There are a couple downsides to that, and I do talk about that in the video. that I linked up here that you can check out the downsides of it. There's plus and minuses to doing these lead ads. It's a lot faster, however, you're not going to get the best quality of leads. And you can ask quite a few different questions. You can ask customized questions. You can add them here. There's all kinds of things. Contact fields, user information, demographic questions. So if you want to do gender, marital status, relationship status, for whatever reason, date of birth, you can do all that here. So pretty powerful. So once they submit their information, they click next or submit and the actual ad. And then what we do is we have it connected to a software called Zapier. And so here is Zapier's free up to a certain number of zaps. What Zapier does is it's a software, it's a tool that allows multiple pieces of software to talk or to work together. It's pretty damn powerful. So what you can do is, as you can see, the first trigger here is the new lead. Once that new lead comes in, this is all automated. We send it to an Excel spreadsheet, or Google Sheets, I should say. It's just like an Excel spreadsheet. Here it is. Here's the live spreadsheet. I covered up the emails and the phone numbers for privacy reasons. But these names and email and phone number are automatically added into this form or into the spreadsheet. The real estate agent had access to this spreadsheet where she could look at it, make notes, edit it, follow up, do whatever she wanted. She didn't want to continue having to check the spreadsheet, which I completely understand. So I added in a step here, a third step, send an outbound email. And that's what you see here. So every time the lead comes in real time, I got a lead email notification. I changed my email address, and then she got an email notification. I changed her email address as well. I changed the address here. So she got an instant email so she could follow up with those leads right away. You know, if something came in 2 in the morning, when she woke up the next morning, she'd see the email with the lead notification. They would get their name. She would get the lead's name, the lead's email address, and the lead's phone number where she could follow up with them. So that is the case study. Oh, real quick, she did complain about bad phone numbers. Sometimes that is going to happen. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. That's always going to happen with online lead generation. You're going to get bad phone numbers. Just chalk it up. That's just part of online lead generation. Not all of them were bad phone numbers, but she did say that there were a few ones. She did get a hold of a few people. She did, out of the 22 leads, the leads weren't interested in that my parents' house. However, they were interested in other leads. We probably didn't let it run long enough. We had a few, they had a few things go on that I'm not going to get into in this video. That's why we shut the ad off on the 8th, a little bit early. But anyways, I'm really happy with the results. She was blown away by how this was all automated, leads being sent to her inbox in real time that she could follow up with them. Ideally, what you'd want to do with Zapier is send them into your email autoresponder and or a CRM where you could drip them with automated messages, automated emails, automated text messages, automated ringless voicemail for the follow-up. I definitely recommend doing an automated follow-up, but also kind of a manual follow-up as well. So that is basically the case study of the real estate campaign and how we generated, 22 leads in about 12 days at $2.51 a lead. So there you have it. There is the case study that, for my parents generating 22 buyer leads in about 12 days for $2.51 a piece. Set these up. They work really, really well for your real estate agent, for your current listings, your future listings. They work to get more eyeballs, more exposure, generate you buyer leads. If you're a loan officer, this is a perfect thing to set up for real estate agents to generate realtor partners. Tell them you'll advertise their listing and help them generate buyer leads. So like I said, use Zapier, connect it to a CRM and or an email provider to automate your follow-up messages highly with online lead generation, especially Facebook lead generation. The follow-up is going to make or break your campaign. I definitely recommend doing a little manual follow-up, but also having an automated follow-up in place as well. And I recommend you hit them with emails, text messages, and ringless voicemails if you can do that. So that's it for now. Hey, if you like these types of videos, make sure to hit that little subscribe button down below and click that little bell notification. I drop videos every Monday and Thursday for your viewing pleasure. And also, as always, if you have comments, questions, or concerns, please drop them down below and I'll be happy to help. Thank you.